My beloved child, if you truly love me, listen until the very end. Do not listen only with your ears, but with your heart, with your very soul. I have spoken these words to you before, but today I repeat them once more, for the appointed time is drawing near. You are but a moment away from stepping into an entirely new season, a door that I have already opened for you. You stand at the threshold of a great transformation, a turning point that only those who listen, trust, and obey will be able to embrace. Do not be like those who hear but do not heed, who see but do not perceive. Do not let temporary worries obscure the glory that is drawing near. I do not want you to miss what I have prepared for you, for these are not ordinary blessings, but things that will change your life, that will open a new chapter, a new path you have never dared to imagine. Oh, my beloved child, do you think that time is limitless? Do you believe that you can delay what is important, endlessly pursuing your own plans without seeking my guidance? Do you think that you can map out your path without listening to my will? That you can hold the future in the palm of your hand? My child, wake up! Time is not a luxury you can waste or take lightly. It is not an endless stream that you can use as you please. Do not let your days slip away under the illusion that there will always be another tomorrow to begin anew, to change. Do not wait for a more convenient time to return to me, to surrender to my will. Do not be deceived into thinking that you can delay stepping into my plans for your life. For who knows what tomorrow will bring? Who knows when the door of opportunity will close? Each day you live is a grace that I have given you, a chance to walk in my guidance, to refine your soul, to prepare for the great things I have destined for you. You do not know how much time you have. You do not know how many more days remain for you to fulfill your dreams, to express love, to live a life without regrets. So, my child, do not delay. Do not keep waiting for a perfect moment. Do not wait until everything in your life is in order before you seek me. Do not let your heart be lulled into slumber by procrastination, by personal plans that you think you can accomplish on your own without my guidance. My child, I know you have dreams, desires, and plans that you have cherished for so long. But have you ever asked yourself whether they align with my plans for your life? Have you ever placed me above all else in your decisions, or have you simply followed what seems right in your own eyes? Do you believe that you can achieve success by your own strength without my blessing? Look back on your life. My child, how many times have you thought that you could do everything your own way? How many times have you placed your trust in the plans you devised, only to realize that they did not bring you peace, nor the fulfillment you longed for? You may strategize, calculate, and arrange every step, but if I am not in it, if my will does not guide you, then everything you build is as fragile as sand beneath the wave. You may achieve success by the world's standards, but your heart will remain empty. You may accumulate wealth and fame, but you will never feel satisfied. My beloved child, I do not say this to instill fear in you, but to awaken you. I want you to understand that every moment you have is precious, an invitation to step into the abundant life I have prepared for you. Do not let the days pass by in vain. Do not wait for some distant moment in the future to return to me, to seek my will. The best moment for you to walk in my plan is now, this very instant. Come to me with all your heart. Seek my guidance in all that you do. Do not let yourself be lost in decisions based on your limited understanding, but let me be the one who illuminates your path. If you give your time to me, you will never waste it. If you place me above all else, I will establish your plans in the best way, not in the way you think is good, but in the way I know is perfect. Learn to see your life through my eyes. When you see as I see, you will realize that some things you once deemed important are fleeting, while those you overlooked are treasures of eternal worth. You will see that the pursuits you once chased to fulfill personal desires never truly satisfied you, but when you follow me, you will step into abundant life, where you not only find joy, but also discover the true meaning of your existence. I do not say this to make you afraid, but to awaken you. I do not want you to live in regret, but to live a full life. One where, when you look back, you can smile because you have walked the path I prepared for you. I want you to understand that your time on this earth is an opportunity, a privilege, and a responsibility. You are not called to live an ordinary life, but a life of purpose, a life that reflects my light. So, my child, ask yourself right now, what are you spending your time on? What are your priorities in life? What are you truly living for? Do not let trivial things consume your time. Do not let temporary matters pull you away from the true purpose I have placed on your life. Start today. Realign your heart. Surrender your plans to me. Seek me first, and I will take care of everything else. I know you fear that if you relinquish control, you will lose what you want. But, my child, remember that I hold the entire universe in my hands. I know what is best for you. When you surrender your life to me, you will lose nothing. You will find yourself, and you will find the true meaning of life. Let me be the one who leads you. Let me show you the right path. Let me bless you with things far greater than you have ever imagined. Do you know what I desire most? It is not the wealth you possess, nor the fame you build, but your heart. A heart that obeys. A heart that longs for me above all else. A heart that places me above everything in life. Because when you surrender your heart to me, I can transform it, renew it, and make you stronger, wiser, and radiant with light and life. Do not let the busyness of life pull you away. Do not let the worries of this world cloud your mind. Do not trade eternal life for the pursuit of things that will pass away. You may think you can control everything, but the truth is, you do not know what tomorrow will bring. But I do. I see what you have yet to see. I understand what you have yet to comprehend. I am going ahead of you to prepare the way, and I am calling you to walk in my guidance. Embrace each day that I give you as an opportunity to draw closer to me. Do not delay in seeking me, for I am waiting for you. Do not let time slip away in meaninglessness, for you were created with a great purpose. I do not want you to live an ordinary life, but a life full of glory and meaning. The life I have destined for you. Remember that every moment you have is a gift. Every morning you wake up is a reminder that I am still working in you. Do not let anything hinder you from stepping into the beautiful plan I have set apart for you. Make me the center of your life. Seek my guidance in every decision. Listen to my voice in your heart. When you do this, you will no longer be caught up in meaningless things. You will live in freedom, in peace, and in the fullness that only I can give. My beloved child, do not rush your choices. Do not let haste lead you into unwise decisions. You may think you see the full picture, that you understand the path ahead, but remember that your understanding is still limited. Do not let confidence in your own wisdom lead you astray, for you can only see a small part, but I see the whole picture. I see what you cannot see. I know what you cannot know. I understand what you have never even considered. So do not rely on your own understanding, but seek me first in all things. Seek me in your decisions. Seek me in the plans you are holding on to. Seek me even when you think you can walk on your own. Let me be the one who guides you, the light that illuminates your path. Do not wait until you face difficulties to turn back to me. Do not come to me only when everything has fallen apart. Come to me from the very beginning so that I can lead you on the right path, so that you do not have to waste time wandering, so that you do not have to endure unnecessary pain. My child, do you know that I have great plans for you? Before you were even born, I had already set a path for you. A path not only filled with goodness, but also overflowing with prosperity and peace. Not a path of endless pain and suffering, but a path that leads you to hope, to a future more radiant than you have ever dared to imagine. My dear child, that plan cannot be fulfilled by your strength or wisdom alone. No matter how talented you are, no matter how much effort you put in, if you do not make me the center of every decision, if you do not place your faith in me, then everything you build will be like a sandcastle before the raging waves. You may achieve success by the world's standards, but if you are not walking in my plan, you will never find true peace. So do not rely solely on your own strength. Do not try to control everything according to your own desires. Let me guide you. Let me take your hand and lead you into the best plan I have prepared for you. My child, my plans are not fulfilled by your will, but by your surrender. When you place your full trust in me, when you are willing to walk in obedience, you will see doors open in miraculous ways. You do not need to force anything, nor do you need to rush after what you think is best. Let me arrange everything in my perfect timing. Let me work in your life in my own way. What I do is always perfect, always on time, always bringing the best outcome. I know that waiting is not easy. I know that there will be times when you feel restless, wanting to act on your own, wanting to speed up the process. But, my child, trust in my timing. I am never late. I will never let you suffer loss. I know exactly when the right time is for you to receive what you have been waiting for. If I make you wait, it is not because I have forgotten you, refining you and arranging the best for you. When you rush, you are more likely to make mistakes. When you act on your own without waiting for my guidance, you may choose the wrong path and then spend time finding your way back. But if you are patient, if you put your complete trust in me, you will see that everything I do has a purpose. You will see that waiting is not in vain, but rather a part of the greater plan I am unfolding in your life. So, my child, walk in obedience. Do not trust me only when things go your way. Trust me even when you do not understand. Do not only thank me when you receive what you desire. Be grateful even in the waiting. Place your trust in me, not in circumstances, not in emotions, not in your own understanding. Remember, I am the one who holds all things in my hands. I am the one who has planned your future. I am the one who has already set the path before you. You do not need to worry. You do not need to fear. You only need to walk with faith, with obedience, with a heart willing to let me lead you. If you do this, you will see my glory revealed in your life in ways you never imagined. You will see that the things you once worried about become meaningless when you walk in my protection. You will see that every dream you have ever longed for will come to pass in a way far greater than you ever expected. My child, pause for a moment right now. Look within your heart and ask yourself, are you truly seeking me first in all things? Are you trusting in my plan, or are you trying to fulfill your own? Are you walking in obedience, or are you rushing toward what you think is best? Let me be the one who leads you. Let me direct your steps. Surrender your desire to control everything and learn to yield to me. When you do this, you will step into a life of abundance, a life of blessings, a life filled with the goodness I have prepared for you from the beginning of time. My beloved child, do not hesitate, do not delay in returning to me, for time is running out. The final days are drawing nearer than ever before, and I do not want you to be swept away by the whirlwind of forgetfulness or deceived by the fleeting illusions of this world. Do not tell yourself that you will return to me someday, for that day is not guaranteed to come. Understand that every passing moment is an opportunity for you to find yourself again in my loving embrace. Know that I am calling you now, in this very moment, because I do not want you to lose your way when time has run out. You do not have to carry everything on your own, nor do you have to fight alone amidst the storms. I see what you are going through. I understand the burdens weighing heavily on your shoulders, the worries that consume your thoughts each night, the invisible battles you feel you cannot share with anyone. I know the pain you keep hidden, the dreams yet to be fulfilled, the wounds that have not yet healed, and the times you have tried to appear strong while your heart was breaking inside. You are not alone, my child. Even when it feels like no one understands you, remember that I am always here, listening to your every sigh, seeing every tear you shed, and waiting for you to return, so that I may lift you up. Do not hold on to these burdens by yourself. You were not created to carry them, nor were you born to be crushed under the weight of the world's expectations. I am waiting for you to place everything in my hands. I am the only one who can set you free, who can bear your pain, who can transform your wounds into strength. Trust in me. Let me be your refuge, your fortress, shielding you from the storms of life. My child, do not let fear cloud your vision. Do not let doubt steal your faith. I know there are moments when you feel weary, when the opposing winds make you waver, when trials make you question whether I am truly listening. But trust me. Look to me, for I will never leave you. I will never abandon you in your battles. When you feel as though you have no strength left to go on, draw near to me, and you will find that my strength will uphold you, will lift you up, and will make you rise stronger than ever before. Do not let the temptations of this world pull you away from me. Do not let the dazzling but empty promises of fame and material wealth make you forget who you are. This life is full of distractions, temporary pleasures, sweet yet hollow words, doors that seem open but only lead to dead ends. I do not want you to be entangled in things of no eternal value. I do not want you to lose yourself chasing after what will soon fade away. You do not belong to this world. You belong to me, and I have prepared something far greater for you. Keep your eyes fixed on me. Do not focus on the negativity unfolding around you. Do not let your heart be shaken by what your eyes see, but stand firm in what I have promised. Walk by faith, not by what you feel. When you anchor your heart in me, when you hold fast to my words, you will not be moved. Remember, I am the author of your faith, and I will bring it to completion. What I have begun in you, I will fulfill. What I have promised you, I will never forget. Trust in me, my beloved child. Let me lead you to victory. Not the victory as the world defines it, not fame, not wealth, but a true victory within your soul. A freedom that nothing can take away, a peace that no one can steal, a joy that is not dependent on circumstances. When you obey me, when you place me above all else, fear will no longer have a hold on you. You will walk with a heart full of confidence, because you know that I have gone before you. I have prepared the way for you, and I will always be with you in every step you take. My beloved child, I am calling you right now. Do not wait any longer. Do not delay the moment you need to return to me. Do not let these burdens hinder you. Do not let these fears hold you back. Run to me, place everything in my hands, and allow me to do what only I can do, to heal you, to restore you, to renew you, and to lead you into a life more abundant than you have ever known. This journey will not always be easy. There will be days when you feel like you are walking on a path filled with light, but there will also be days when you must tread through rugged trails where darkness seems to overshadow everything. There will be times when you see the way clearly, but there will also be moments when you feel lost, unsure of what to do next. That is why I tell you, trust in me. Do not trust me only when you can see clearly, but trust me even when the road ahead seems uncertain, even when everything appears to have no way out. My child, do not rely on your own understanding. Do not try to figure everything out on your own, for your wisdom is limited, but my ways are far beyond anything you can imagine. What seems logical to you may not be what is best for you. What you believe to be a path to success may actually lead you away from my plan. But if you let me guide you, if you surrender the control you are holding on to, you will see that I am leading you to something far greater, something beyond what you ever expected. Do you know this? What appears to be a failure is often a stepping stone to a greater plan. Some doors close not because I have abandoned you, but because I am protecting you from what is not meant for you. Some things are taken away not because I want to see you suffer, but because I long to give you something far more precious, far better than what you could have imagined. Do not let disappointment cause you to doubt my love. Do not let trials make you think that I have forgotten you. I have never forgotten you. I have never abandoned you, and I will never leave you to face the storms of life alone. Remember this, what seems impossible to you is possible for me. You see limits, but I see eternity. You see difficulties, but I see opportunities for you to grow. You see a closed door, but I see a greater gateway waiting for you to step through. Look at life through the eyes of faith. Walk with a heart full of trust. Do not let the circumstances before you define your destiny. Let my words define you. My child, I have placed within you a mission, a calling, a purpose that no one else can replace. You are not here merely to exist, but to fulfill something far greater than you can imagine. But to accomplish this, you must surrender. You must allow me to move in your life, to trust that what I am doing, even when you do not yet understand, is for your ultimate good. My beloved child, do not let the voices of doubt creep into your mind. Do not allow the lies of the enemy to make you hesitate. The enemy does not come to bring good into your life. It has only one purpose: to steal what belongs to you, to kill the hope within you, and to destroy all that I have built in your life. My dear child, remember this truth. I have come to give you life, and not just an ordinary life, but an abundant, complete life, overflowing with blessings and abundance. I do not intend for you to walk in lack, in fear, or under unnecessary burdens. I want you to live in freedom, in steadfastness, and in the fullness of my love. So do not let anything hinder you from stepping into the destiny I have prepared for you. Do not let fear paralyze you, cause you to hesitate, or keep you from moving forward. I know there are times when you feel hesitant, days when you feel too weak to face the challenges before you. But my child, look to me. Take your eyes off fear and fix them on the one who has called you. I never intend for you to live in the shadows of anxiety. I did not create you to dwell in insecurity. That is not the portion I have ordained for you. Remember, I have not given you a spirit of fear. I did not create you to tremble before the world, to be anxious about the future, or to be overwhelmed by adversity. The spirit I have placed within you is not one of weakness, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. In me you have the strength to overcome anything. In me you have the authority to stand firm against the storms of life. In me you have the wisdom to discern every scheme of the enemy and not be deceived by it. My child, rise up, take hold of the authority I have given you. You are not weak, you are not defeated, you are my warrior, anointed to triumph. I have given you spiritual weapons to fight, to conquer the enemy and to walk in victory. Put on the armor I have prepared for you. Stand with courage, with the confidence of one who knows they are loved and protected by me. Remember, you are not fighting alone. I am right beside you, I go before you, and I cover you with my power. The enemy will try in every way to make you doubt yourself. It will whisper that you are not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy of what I have prepared for you. But, my child, listen to me. You do not need to be perfect to step into my plan. You do not need to be without flaws for me to use you. I did not choose you because you were ready. I chose you so that I could prepare you, equip you, and make you strong. So, do not let lies steal your faith. Do not let negative thoughts make you shrink back. Rise up, be strong, and walk in the confidence that my love brings. My child, do you know how steadfast my love for you is? It is not shaken by your failures. It does not change because of the mistakes you have made. My love is not dependent on you. It flows from who I am. I love you even when you feel unlovable. I love you even when you feel unworthy. And it is this very love that will sustain you, strengthen you, and give you the courage to move forward even when you feel like you cannot. So, my child, walk in the confidence of my love. Do not let anything make you doubt your worth. Do not let the words of the world cause you to forget who you are in my eyes. Remember, you are not insignificant, not forgotten. You are chosen by me, called by me, destined for great things. Believe it, embrace it, and let this truth be your source of strength every single day. You may be facing challenges you have never encountered before. You may be fighting battles that seem too great for you to bear. But my child, you are not fighting alone. I am fighting for you. I am making a way for you. I am clearing every obstacle from the path you are about to walk. You only need to step forward in faith. Just believe that I have gone before you, that I have made every rough path smooth, that I have already prepared victory for you. My beloved child, listen to my call, for I am drawing you closer, calling you into a deeper and more intimate relationship with me. I do not want you to know me only through teachings or stories passed down. I do not want you to seek me only when you are in distress or when your heart is burdened with worries. I long for something far greater. I desire for you to know me truly, to feel my breath in every moment of your life, and to walk with me in an unshakable bond. Do you know that my love for you is not confined to the promises I have made or the miracles you have witnessed? My love is not limited by what your mind can comprehend, nor can it be measured by what you have experienced. It is deeper than the ocean, wider than the sky, and stronger than any force in this world. But, my child, I do not want my love to be just a vague concept in your mind. I want you to feel it, to live in it, to let it become your breath, your source of life and your strength. But this requires you to set your heart completely on me, undistracted, unwavering. Do not let the worries of life cloud your vision. Do not let the fleeting things of this world pull you away from what truly matters. This life is filled with things that can steal your attention: work, relationships, plans, ambitions, and even anxieties about the future. If you are not careful, these things will creep into your heart and slowly draw you away from me without you even realizing it. Be mindful of the things that seem harmless yet keep you from my presence, making you forget that you need me more than anything else. Remember, there is nothing in this world that can replace me. No success is great enough to fill the emptiness in your soul if I am not there. No relationship can bring you perfect peace like being in my embrace. No treasure on this earth can compare to the glory I am ready to bestow upon you. But to receive all these things, you must place me above all else. Seek me first. Do not let the fleeting things of this world make you forget that your most important pursuit is not chasing after temporary things, but seeking my kingdom, seeking my righteousness. Let your heart be set on what is eternal. Do not let the temporary steal the time and energy that rightfully belong to me. My beloved child, I know your needs. I know you need daily provision. I know you have dreams and desires. But do you trust that when you put me first, I will take care of everything you need? When you seek me with all your heart, I will not only give you eternal life, but I will also provide for you in every area of your life. You will not have to worry about what you will eat, what you will wear, or what tomorrow will bring. For I am the one who provides for you, the one who fills every lack in you, the one who opens doors that you cannot open on your own. I want you to walk in peace, undisturbed by the things of this world. When you place your trust in me, when you focus on my kingdom, you will see that everything else will come at its appointed time in a way you could never imagine. I never abandon those who seek me, and I never turn away from hearts that earnestly long for me. Let me be the center of your life, the reason for your existence, the only source of your strength and fulfillment. Spend time with me. Draw near to me every day, not just when you need a miracle, but because you love me, because you desire to be in my presence. Let your heart be filled with the things of me, so that every breath you take is a prayer. Every step you walk is an act of obedience, and every action you take is a reflection of my love for this world. My child, seek me with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. When you do, you will realize that nothing in this world can compare to the peace I give you. You will see that nothing can replace the joy of living in my presence. You will understand that I am not only your guide, but also the Father who loves you more than anyone else, the place where you can find absolute security, the one who gives you a life far richer than anything you could ever seek in this world. My beloved child, listen to my voice. Let your heart long for me above all else. Believe that when you put me first, everything else in your life will fall into place in the most perfect way. Step into intimacy with me. Allow me to reveal the depths of my heart to you. Let me lead you into a life you never thought you could experience. Seek me. Make me your highest priority. And when you do, you will see that I have always been here, waiting for you, ready to give you more than you could ever ask or imagine. My beloved child, I long to pour out my presence upon your life, to fill your soul with my spirit in a way you have never imagined. I do not want you to experience me from a distance, or to know me only through the words of others. I want you to step into a deep and personal relationship with me. I want you to experience my power, my love, and my glory in a clear and tangible way in your own life. But my child, for this to happen, you must be willing to open your heart and be ready to receive the great things I am prepared to give you. Do you know? It is not because you are not good enough that I have delayed pouring out my spirit upon you. It is not because you have yet to reach some level of perfection that you have not entered fully into my presence. I do not demand perfection from you, for I know your limitations. I know how weak you are. I know the times you have stumbled. I understand the struggles within your heart. But I do not see you through the lens of your shortcomings. I do not look at you with judgment. I see you with eyes full of love. The only thing I seek in you is not perfection, but a surrendered heart. A heart willing to let go of anything that hinders you from drawing closer to me. A heart that is ready to put me above all else. A heart that is willing to give everything to me, holding nothing back. My dear child, ask yourself, is there something in your life that you are holding on to? Is there something you are clinging to that I am asking you to release? Is there anything that is keeping you from drawing closer to me? Is there something that has taken my place in your heart? I am not saying that you cannot have dreams, desires, and aspirations of your own. But my child, do not let anything become a barrier between you and me. Do not allow the temporary things of this world to keep you from the eternal things I long to give you. I know that letting go is not easy. I know that there are things you have held onto for so long that you cannot imagine your life without them. I know that there are things you fear losing, plans you have built, and paths you desire to walk. But, my child, if I ask you to let go of something, it is not because I want you to lose. It is because I have something far greater in store for you. When you surrender, you do not lose. Instead, you open yourself to receive even more. When you entrust everything to me, you are not making a sacrifice. You are stepping into the fullness that only I can give. My dear child, I want you to understand that you cannot hold on to both the world and me. You cannot live a life divided, longing for me, while still refusing to let go of what the world offers. You cannot step into the fullness of my presence while still clinging to things that pull you away from me. So, my child, place everything in your hands before me. Let me be the one who fully captures your heart. Let me be your highest priority. I do not want to be just a part of your life. I want to be your everything. I do not want you to seek me only when you need help. I want you to walk with me every day. I do not want you to look for me only in times of trouble. I want you to seek me even when everything is going well. My child, I am not a temporary refuge that you run to during the storms of life, only to leave when the skies are clear. I want to be your firm and unshakable dwelling place, the place where you belong, where you will find peace, joy, and the true meaning of your life. Come to me with a sincere heart. Let me transform you from within. Let me fill you with my spirit so that you will not only know about me but truly experience me. When you allow me to lead, you will witness wonders beyond what you have ever imagined. You will see my glory revealed in your life in ways you never thought possible. You will realize that when you place me above all else, everything you once worried about will fall into place in a way far greater than you expected. My child, I do not need you to come to me already perfected. I do not require you to prove your worthiness. I only need you to come with a willing heart. I only ask you to surrender to me all that you have and all that you carry. When you do, I will give you something far greater. When you entrust everything to me, I will renew you, transform you, and lead you into something far beyond what you can imagine. Draw near to me. Let me take hold of your heart. Let me fill you with my love, my presence, and my spirit. Step into the true freedom that I have prepared for you. Do not let anything hold you back any longer. Do not allow fear, doubt, or the things you do not yet understand to keep you from stepping into all that I have destined for you. My child, remember this. I have chosen you. I have called you by name. I have prepared a path for you. Do not hesitate. Do not delay. Open your heart and let me lead. Let me fill you with my life, my power, and my glory. And when you do, you will see that nothing in this world can compare to my presence, my love for you, and the marvelous things I have prepared for you since the beginning of time. My beloved child, be strong. Do not lose heart in the face of the challenges you are encountering or will encounter. Do not let adversity discourage you. Do not let the storms of life make you forget that you are not fighting alone. I am here, right beside you. I have gone before you. I have overcome, and because you are in me, you too will overcome. My child, I know that there are days when it feels as if everything is against you. You find yourself facing trials upon trials, burdens weighing heavily upon your shoulders, and the lies of the world surrounding you. There are moments when you feel as though you are fighting this battle alone. But oh, my child, remember this. What you are facing is not merely everyday struggles, not just life's ordinary difficulties. Your battles are not merely physical obstacles, not just financial hardships, not just conflicts in relationships. You are engaged in a spiritual battle, a battle between light and darkness, truth and deception, faith and fear. The enemy is trying to pull you away from me. He wants to make you doubt, to strip you of hope, to make you feel as if you have already failed. He wants you to believe that you are not strong enough, not worthy enough, not capable enough to overcome. But my child, do not believe these lies. I have overcome the world. I have trampled over all the powers of darkness. I have stripped the enemy of his authority. And because you are my child, because you belong to me, you do not fight from a position of defeat. You fight from a position of victory. You are not a defeated one desperately trying to survive. You are a warrior, anointed to conquer. My child, remember that I have given you power. You are not just an ordinary person struggling to survive in this world. You carry my power within you. You have the authority to trample on serpents and scorpions, to stand firm against every scheme of the enemy. No power of darkness can prevail against you when you stand in my name. No force can harm you when you hold on to my word. When you trust in my protection, rise up, my child. Do not bow before trials. Do not retreat under pressure. Do not tremble before the enemy. I have given you my armor, and I want you to put it on. Gird yourself with the belt of truth. Do not let the lies of the world lead you astray. Stand firm in my truth, for truth will make you strong. Put on the breastplate of righteousness. Do not allow condemnation or guilt to hold you back. I have forgiven you. I have redeemed you with my own blood. You do not have to live in shame, for you have been made righteous in me. Wear the shoes of the gospel of peace. Do not let worry steal your peace. You are called to carry the gospel into this world. Walk in the peace that I have given you. Take up the shield of faith. Do not let the fiery arrows of the enemy bring you down. Your faith in me will be your shield. When you trust in me, nothing can harm you. Put on the helmet of salvation. Do not let negative thoughts or the condemnation of the world make you forget that you have been redeemed. You are my child, and nothing can change that. Stand firm, my beloved child. You are not alone. I am with you. You are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from victory. And in me, you will always overcome. And above all, take up the sword of the Spirit, which is my word. Do not merely defend, fight. Use my word to defeat the enemy. When the enemy says you cannot, remind it that I have said you can. When it tells you that you are abandoned, declare that I have promised never to leave you. When it whispers that you are not good enough, answer that you have been justified by my blood. My beloved child, stand firm, hold your ground, let nothing shake your faith. I have overcome, and because you are in me, you too shall overcome. Do not fear, do not doubt, do not waver. You are not a victim, you are a conqueror. You are not weak, you are a warrior. You are not defeated, you are victorious in my name. So rise up, put on the full armor that I have given you. Walk with the confidence of one who knows they are covered by the power of the Almighty. Keep your eyes fixed forward, and do not let anything distract you. My beloved child, do not let yourself be bound by mediocrity or trapped in the cycle of complacency. Do not let time slip away in delay, nor allow what is easy and comfortable to steal the purpose I have ordained for you. You were not born to live a meaningless life, drifting aimlessly with no direction. You were not called to live in obscurity, but to walk in the glorious light of my presence, to move in the power of my Spirit, and to fulfill the mission I have placed in your heart. So rise up, step into the calling I have placed upon your life. Do not hesitate any longer. Do not doubt your ability. Do not wait for the perfect moment, for I have called you now, in this very moment. If you keep delaying, if you keep waiting until you feel ready, you will never begin. But my child, you do not need to feel ready, for I have been preparing you all along. You do not need to have everything in your hands before you step forward, for I am the one who will provide everything you need as you follow me. Do you not know? I have given you special gifts. I have placed within you abilities that go far beyond what you can perceive right now. You may think you are nothing extraordinary. You may look at yourself and see only limitations, shortcomings, and things left undone. But my child, you are looking with your own eyes, while I am looking at you through the eyes of the Creator. I see within you a potential you have yet to realize. I know you are capable of greater things than you imagine. I have placed within you gifts that no one can take away. So why do you doubt? Why do you look at others and feel inferior? Why do you compare your gifts to theirs? My child, each person I have created has a unique purpose, a distinct journey, a specific role in my plan. Do not look at others and think they have something better than you. Do not envy what they have, for you were not called to be them. You were created to be you, just as I have designed. Embrace who I have made you to be. Do not try to change yourself to fit the expectations of the world. Do not chase after someone else's image. Do not strive to please people, seek to please me. When you live as the person I created you to be, when you embrace your gifts and walk in faith, that is when you will fully step into the potential I have placed within you. You do not need to do something great as the world defines it. You do not need fame or power to have worth. You do not need to prove yourself through achievements. You only need to walk in obedience, to do what I have entrusted you to do, and let me take care of the rest. As you follow my guidance, you will see that even the smallest things you do hold great value. My child, I do not want you to live a life of regret. I do not want you to reach the end of your journey only to realize how many opportunities you missed to step into your calling. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let the lies of the enemy rob you of your faith. Do not let complacency cause you to waste the gifts I have given you. Do you know that every day you live without walking in your calling is a day in which the world loses something precious? Every gift I have given you has a purpose. Every ability you possess is part of the plan I have designed for you. When you use your gifts, you not only bring glory to me, but also bring blessings to those around you. There are people waiting for you to step into your mission. There are souls longing for the light you carry. There are lives that will be transformed because of your obedience. So, my child, do not hesitate any longer. Step forward with courage. Use what I have given you. Let my spirit guide you each day. Live a life without regret, a life fully surrendered to the mission I have entrusted to you. Remember, I do not call the perfect. I perfect those I call. I do not expect you to do everything on your own, but I desire you to trust me, to walk with me, to let me lead you, equip you, and uphold you. When you are weak, I will make you strong. When you feel inadequate, I will be your sufficiency. When you face challenges, I will go before you and make a way. My beloved child, step into your calling with trust. Live with passion, with dedication, with a heart unmoved by the temptations of this world. Do not live in regret for not having the courage to step out. Do not let your days pass without leaving a mark in my kingdom. But today I must speak to you about another reality, a burden that weighs on my heart, a painful truth that many do not recognize until it is too late. There are far too many who have strayed from my presence, who have forgotten my kindness, and who unknowingly walk into darkness. It is not because I have abandoned them, but because they have allowed their hearts to grow hardened, letting the temptations of this world draw them away, letting fear and doubt fill their hearts. There are those who once walked in the light, but they allowed pride, ambition, and the fleeting things of this life to cloud their minds. They seek joy in places that cannot bring true satisfaction. They chase after things they believe will make them happy, only to find themselves empty, estranged from their own souls, and more distant from me than ever before. My child, darkness does not descend all at once. It does not overtake a life in an instant. It creeps in through the smallest cracks, infiltrating the areas left unguarded. It begins with a slight neglect of spiritual life, a small compromise with things that seem harmless, a tiny lie accepted, a bad habit tolerated, a growing indifference to my word. These things gradually pull one away, unnoticed, until they are lost in the shadows. My child, I do not say this to make you afraid, but to awaken you, for I know that your enemy never rests. It does not come to you with force, but with sweet invitations. It does not seek to pull you away from me all at once, but rather leads you away little by little, until one day you look back and realize that you are no longer as close to me as you once were. My child, be vigilant. Do not let your heart grow callous. Do not let the lies of this world cause you to forget my love. Do not let fleeting pleasures dull your awareness of what is most important. You were born to live in the light, to walk in truth, to be immersed in my love. But this requires you to be watchful, to guard your soul against the things that may lead you astray. Look within yourself, my beloved child. Is there something pulling you away from me? Are there thoughts that are slowly changing your mind? Are there compromises you have allowed into your heart? Be honest with yourself, for I see all things. I know what is stirring within you, even before you are aware of it, and I long for you to return before it is too late. My child, this world is full of snares, words that seem wise but are in truth deception, paths that appear to lead to success but are in reality dead ends, things that promise happiness but only leave you empty and disappointed. Do not be drawn into them. Do not let dreams and ambitions that are not from me make you forget the true purpose of your life. My beloved child, do you see? Humanity today, when receiving blessings, so easily forgets the one who has given them. They rejoice when doors open, when wealth flows in, when sickness is healed, when prayers are answered, but then they no longer think of me. They walk their own paths, believing they have built their success by their own hands, that they have achieved all things by their own wisdom and strength. They forget that everything they have is but grace, a gift from my hands. I look down and see so many who receive my blessings yet turn away without a word of thanks, without even a glance toward the one who has given them life, light, and every breath. They enjoy the blessings but forget the giver. They chase after what their eyes can see, the things they deem valuable, yet in truth, they are only chasing the fleeting. Do you know how heartbreaking this is? When I give you life, when I open doors for you, when I protect you from dangers you do not even perceive, only for you to forget me? Like a child who forgets their parents once they can stand on their own, like a friend who turns away when help is no longer needed, like a soul that once longed for me, but no longer seeks me. My child, this is a dangerous path. When a person allows their heart to drift from me, when they believe they no longer need me, when they put their trust in what is temporary instead of clinging to the everlasting one, they are walking into emptiness. They may hold everything in their hands, yet their soul will still feel lacking. They may stand in the midst of luxury, yet their heart will not find true fulfillment. I see those who once knew me, but gradually forget me. At first they only become slightly neglectful. They pray less, seek me less. Then they begin to seek pleasure in other things. They become busier, investing their time in relationships, work, fame, and wealth, until there is no longer a place for me in their hearts. I have been replaced, not by something inherently evil, but by things that seem ordinary, reasonable, yet have slowly drawn them away from my presence. But, my beloved child, do you know what happens when a soul drifts away from me? They think they are holding on to everything, but in truth they are losing what is most precious. They feel an emptiness they cannot explain. The more they seek satisfaction, the more exhausted they become. The harder they try to fill their hearts with the things of this world, the greater their sense of loss. They do not realize that their very separation from me is what creates the despair within them. My child, nothing in this world can replace my presence in your life. Even if you possess all the gold and silver in the world, Without me, you will still feel lacking. Even if all of humanity acknowledges you, if you are far from me, you will still feel alone. For you were not created to live an ordinary life, but to walk in relationship with me. What the world promises is merely an illusion. It may bring momentary joy, but it can never give you true peace. It may make you feel fulfilled for a fleeting moment, but then you will find yourself empty once more. But I, only I, can give you an abundant life. A life where you will no longer have to run after things to fill your soul. Oh, my child, I am calling you to return before it is too late. Recognize that every blessing you have is not to be taken for granted, but is a gift. Do not wait until you lose everything to realize that you need me. Do not let your heart grow hardened, forcing you to wander in confusion before finding your way back home. Do not let your life become an endless cycle of searching without ever finding fulfillment. Remember my words. Seek me first, and all these things will be given to you. When you keep me as your priority, when you remember that I am the source of all life, when you place gratitude above all else, you will never feel lacking. Learn to cherish what I have given you. Remember that nothing is to be taken for granted, and no blessing is too small. Be grateful even for the simplest things. The breath you take each day, the sunlight upon you, the food on your table, the peaceful sleep you rest in. Do not let your heart drift away from me. Do not let forgetfulness steal the relationship between you and me. Do not become one of those who once knew my love, but let it fade away in the days of comfort. Oh, my child, I have never stopped loving you. Even when you forget me, I am still here, waiting for you to return. But you must choose. You must decide which path you will take. My beloved child, have you ever wondered why people so easily forget me? Why do they turn their backs on the one who has loved them from the very beginning? How can they witness my hand at work in their lives, receive the blessings I pour out, yet gradually drift away, ceasing to seek me? One of the greatest reasons is pride, a silent darkness that creeps into the soul, leading people to place themselves above the one who created them. Pride clouds spiritual vision, hardens the heart, and distances the mind from the truth. It convinces people that they do not need me, that they can make their own decisions and steer their own lives without the guidance of the living God. At first, pride does not appear obvious or easily recognizable. It begins with small thoughts. I can do this on my own. I built this life with my own hands. I achieved this through my own efforts and abilities. And little by little they start believing that they are the masters of their destiny, the ones in control of everything. They may still acknowledge my existence with their words. They may continue to call upon my name, but deep inside, they no longer place their full trust in me. They begin to rely on themselves, to trust in their own wisdom, believing they can determine what is best. They no longer seek my guidance or allow me to direct their path. They think they can depend on their intellect, wealth, status, or personal strength to attain their desires. But my child, this is a dangerous path, a road that leads to spiritual blindness and a hardened heart. When a person becomes proud, they can no longer see clearly. They believe they are on the right path, yet in reality, they are lost. They fail to recognize that every breath they take is from me, that every beat of their heart is sustained by me. They no longer see my hand in their lives because their focus is only on what they have accomplished, rather than recognizing that it was I who gave them the strength to do those things. My child, Be watchful of spiritual blindness. When you no longer see me in all that you do, when you no longer seek me before making decisions, when you no longer feel the need for me in your life, these are signs that you are drifting away. No one can open their own eyes to see the truth. It is my light that must illuminate the path. But if you continue to walk in pride, refusing to seek me, you will gradually lose sight of the light altogether. Your heart was not created to be hardened, but to remain tender to my voice. Yet when pride takes root, the heart begins to grow callous. It no longer senses the prompting of my spirit, no longer responds to my calling. When a person becomes too self-sufficient, they stop listening. They no longer desire my guidance, nor do they allow me to correct them. What I speak no longer moves them. What I call them to do no longer stirs their hearts. They begin to make excuses to justify their actions. They may know that I am calling them to return, but they no longer care. They allow their hearts to turn to stone, and one day they realize they have wandered too far, unable to hear my voice anymore. My child, keep your heart tender before me. Do not let your heart grow hard. Do not let pride pull you away from me without you even realizing it. Always listen. Always examine yourself. Always ask, am I still placing you above all else? Am I still seeking you first? Am I relying on myself instead of relying on you? My child, humility is not weakness, it is true strength. When you recognize that you need me, when you understand that you can do nothing without me, when you learn to let go of pride and surrender to me completely, that is when you will be lifted up. Look at those whom I have used most powerfully. They were not the ones who held power by the world's standards, but the ones with humble hearts. They were the ones who knew how to bow before me, who did not rely on their own strength but depended on me. They were the ones who, whether having much or little, whether walking in great blessing or enduring trials, always looked to me with gratitude and obedience. My child, I am calling you to humility. Walk with a heart that is not proud, not self-sufficient, but always aware of your need for me every single day. Seek me before you seek anything else. Let me be the one who guides you, the light that directs your path, the only one you rely on. You do not need to wait until you lose everything to realize that you need me. Do not wait until you hit rock bottom to look up. Do not let pride pull you so far away that you can no longer recognize my voice. Return to me now, while your heart is still able to listen. Let me teach you, correct you, and lead you, so that you do not fall into the darkness of separation. My beloved child, this world is filled with distractions, things that silently steal your time, your focus, and your longing for me. They are not always evil, but they can creep into your life so subtly that you do not even realize you are drifting away from me. Busyness consumes you with work, responsibilities, and goals to achieve. You rush through life as if there is no time to pause, to reflect, to listen to me. Entertainment lulls you into temporary pleasures, making you seek momentary relaxation rather than true peace in me. Materialism convinces you that you need more, that your worth is defined by what you own, that you must chase the world's standards to feel fulfilled. And beyond these, relationships, status, worries about the future, so many things compete for your attention, pulling your heart away from putting me first. My child, do you see it? People today are caught in the relentless cycle of life, forgetting the most important thing, their relationship with the one who created them. They may still practice religious rituals, attend places of worship, and read my word, but their hearts are no longer truly set on me. For many, faith is no longer alive, no longer a personal connection with me. It has become a habit, an obligation, just another task to complete. They may pray from time to time, but their prayers are empty words, lacking true connection, spoken without longing. They pray but do not expect an answer. They speak to me but do not truly listen. They call upon my name, but their hearts are distant, for their minds have been occupied by other things. My child, I do not want our relationship to be merely about rituals. I do not want to hear you recite prayers from memory. I want to hear your heart. I do not want you to come to me out of obligation, but because you love me, because you truly long for me, because you recognize that you need me more than anything else in this life. Do you remember when you first came to me? When you thirsted for my presence, when you sought me not because you needed something, but simply because you loved me and wanted to be near me. I remember the days when you spoke to me with your whole heart, when you sang praises not because you had to, but because you couldn't help but worship me. I remember the moments when you came to me with simplicity and trust, when you knew that having me was enough. But now, is your heart still the same? Or have you allowed other things to take my place? Do you still seek me first? Or do you only come to me when you need something? Do you still hear my voice? Or have the noises of the world drowned out my words? My child, I do not say this to condemn you, but to awaken you. I do not want you to walk the path of superficiality, of distance, of a faith that is merely an outward shell with no life inside. I want you to enter into deep intimacy with me, where you do not merely know about me, but truly know me. I long for a real relationship with you. I want you to spend time with me, to listen to me, to let me fill your heart with my love, my peace, my presence. I do not need rituals. I do not need mechanical prayers. I do not need you to do all the right things just to fulfill an obligation. I want your heart. I want your devotion. I want your love. My child, return to me. Put me above everything else. Give me the place I deserve in your heart. Let me be the first one you think of when you wake up in the morning, the last one you speak to before you sleep at night. Let me be your joy, your strength, your comfort, your everything. Do not let the world steal our relationship. Do not let worries, busyness, or temporary pleasures make you forget that you were created to live in intimacy with me. Do not let your heart drift away from me without even realizing it. Come near to me, and I will come near to you. Lay everything else down, and let me fill you with myself. Return to your first love, and you will see that nothing in this world can satisfy you apart from me. My beloved child, do not let our relationship become empty and superficial. Let it become your very life. Let me be your source. Let me be your everything. And when you do, you will never feel empty again. You will no longer chase after things that do not satisfy. You will walk in peace, in fulfillment, in the fullness of joy that only I can give. My dear child, be watchful. Keep your heart steadfast. Do not let anything come between you and me. Do not let the very things I have given you, the blessings, the successes, the provisions, become barriers that separate you from the one who gave them. I bless you not so that you would drift away, but so that you would recognize your need for me above all. But if you do not guard your heart, if you take your eyes off me, even my blessings can become stumbling blocks that lead you away from the path I have set for you. My child, keep your eyes fixed on me. Do not let the things around you lead you astray. This world holds countless distractions, success, personal dreams, relationships, or even daily responsibilities. But if you are not watchful, these things can gradually take my place in your heart. There are those who started their journey with a strong faith, but once they achieved what they desired, they forgot me. They let their hearts be drawn to what they had gained, forgetting the one who had given them everything. They began to love the blessings more than the giver. My child, remember that what truly matters is not how much wealth, status, or success you have, but whether you remain faithful to me. Do not let what is temporary pull you away from what is eternal. You may lose everything in this world, but if you still have me, you have everything. On the other hand, if you have everything but lose me, then you have nothing at all. My beloved, your enemy never sleeps, never rests. He is always seeking to steal your joy, rob your peace, and destroy what I have planted in your heart. He wants to make you forget my promises, to make you doubt my love, to lead you into the darkness of uncertainty, fear, and temptation. He whispers lies into your ears. You don't need him. You can take control of your own life. You don't need to pray. You don't need to seek guidance. And if you are not vigilant, you will start believing those lies. You will begin to rely on yourself, on your own wisdom and abilities, and no longer seek me. But my child, you do not have to be afraid. I have equipped you with everything you need to resist him. I have given you my word, a sharp sword that can cut through every lie of the enemy. When he tries to make you doubt your worth, remember that I have called you by name, that you are my child, that you are loved and cherished. When he tries to plant fear in your heart, declare my promises, that I will never leave you, that I will always protect you, that I have already overcome the world. I have given you my Spirit, the one who guides you, who reminds you of the truth, who gives you the wisdom to discern what is right and what is wrong, what comes from me and what comes from the enemy. Listen to the voice of my Spirit within you. Do not be deceived by things that appear good, but are not from me. My child, I have also given you the armor of the Spirit so that you may stand firm against the enemy's attacks. Wear the belt of truth so that you will not be swayed by the lies of this world. Put on the breastplate of righteousness so that you may walk in integrity, never being pulled into what is wrong. Wear the shoes of the gospel of peace so that you may stand firm, unmoved by the storms of life. Take up the shield of faith. Take up the shield of faith, so that when the enemy hurls flaming arrows at you, words of condemnation, temptations, trials, you may extinguish them with unwavering trust in me. Wear the helmet of salvation, that your mind may always be protected, that you may not doubt the redemption I have secured for you, and most importantly, take my word as a sharp sword, so that you may not only defend yourself but also strike back. When the enemy tells you that you are not strong enough, declare that I am your strength. When he whispers that you are alone, proclaim that I am always with you. When he tries to convince you that you have no future, remind him that I have prepared a good path for you, one filled with hope and blessings. You were not created for fear. My child, you were not created to live in fear. You were not called to live in insecurity. You are not a weak soul drifting with the tides of life. You are a warrior in my kingdom. You are anointed for victory. You are called to bring light into the darkness. So do not let the enemy steal what belongs to you. Do not allow him to take away the peace I have given you. Do not let him sever the connection between you and me. Stand up in the authority I have given you. Walk with the confidence of one who knows they are protected, empowered, and destined to overcome. You do not fight alone. Remember that you are not fighting alone. I am right beside you. I am fighting for you. When you are weak, I will lift you up. When you are weary, I will give you strength. When you do not know what to do, I will guide you. My child, keep your eyes fixed on me. Hold fast to me so that nothing may shake you. When you walk in my light, nothing can lead you astray. When your heart remains connected to me, no enemy can defeat you. Stay close to me, my beloved child. Remain close to me. Do not let your heart drift from the one who loves you with an everlasting love. Do not let the worries of life or the fleeting temptations of the world dim the light I have placed within you. Spend time with me. Let your soul be nourished in my presence, for that is the true source of strength that will help you stand firm through life's storms. Come to me in prayer, for prayer is not merely a habit, it is the breath of your soul. When you pray, you are not only speaking to me, but also hearing my voice, feeling my guidance. Do not let your prayers be empty words, mere repetition spoken out of routine. Speak to me with your whole heart, with sincerity, with a deep longing to be close to me. Seek me not only when you need help, but in every moment, even in peace, so that you may walk in my unceasing love and guidance. Worship me with your life. Worship me with all your heart, not just with words, but with the way you live each day. Worship is not limited to songs or gatherings. True worship is when you live a life that glorifies my name. It is when you choose love over hatred, when you choose forgiveness over bitterness, when you place me above all else. When you live a life of worship, you will see that my presence surrounds you, not only in the moments when you bow your head in prayer, but in every breath, every step, and every decision you make. Let my word transform you. Study my word every day, for my word is the light that guides your path, the firm foundation that keeps you from being shaken by the storms of the world. Do not merely read it like a book. Engrave it upon your heart. Meditate on it. Let it transform you from within. Let my truth lead you, so that you may not be deceived by falsehoods, by the lies of the world, or by the subtle snares of the enemy that seek to pull you away from the path I have prepared for you. O my child, if you have strayed from me, if you have forgotten the blessings I have given you, if your heart has grown cold and you have drifted away from the light, do not despair. I am not the one who waits to punish you. I am the one who is full of mercy and loving kindness. I will never turn my back on you, even when you have turned away from me. No matter how far you have gone, I am still waiting for you to return. Come back to me today. Do not let shame or guilt keep you from me. Do not let the enemy deceive you into believing that you have gone too far, that you can no longer be forgiven, that you have lost your chance. No, my child, I am the one whose arms are always open to welcome you home. There is nothing you have done that could make me stop loving you. There is no mistake too great for me to forgive. There is no distance too far that I cannot draw you near to me again. Come to me with a sincere and repentant heart. Confess your sins, and I will forgive you. I do not hold your past against you. I do not judge you by your mistakes. Instead, I long to renew you, to cleanse you, to fill you with my love and new life. My child, do not be afraid to come to me. Do not think that you must be perfect before you return. You do not need to fix everything on your own before coming to me, for I am the one who will restore you. I am the one who will make you new. I will cleanse your heart and renew your spirit. I will wipe away your tears, lift you up from your failures, and set your feet back on the right path. Once again, I will fill you with peace, with joy, with love. Love that only I can give. You will no longer feel empty, no longer feel lost, no longer feel distant, for I will bring you back into my embrace. But my child, do not delay, do not wait until tomorrow. Do not think that you still have time, for you do not know what tomorrow will bring. Time is running short, and the days ahead are growing darker. The enemy is working harder than ever to pull you away from the light, to make you forget me, to steal your faith. If you do not stand firm in me, if you do not make me your refuge, you will be easily swept away by the chaos of this world. Return to me today. Let me lead you into abundant life, into true freedom, into joy that nothing can take away. When you walk with me, you will no longer fear the darkness, for I am the light that guides you. When you take my hand, you will never be lost. When you make me the center of your life, you will step into a journey of blessing, a journey no longer chained by the past, no longer burdened by anxiety, but one covered in my love, in my peace, in my glory. My child, do not wait until it is too late. Do not let the meaningless things of this world cause you to miss your chance. Do not let anything hold you back. I am calling you right now. Come back to me. Step into true life. Let me renew you, and you will see that nothing in this world is more precious than being in my embrace. Come before my altar and offer these prayers. Lord, open the ears of my spirit so that I may not only hear with my ears but also listen with my heart. Help me recognize your voice amidst the noise of this world. Do not let me miss your teachings and guidance, but grant me a heart that is sensitive, obedient, and ready to walk in your will. Lord, help me place my full trust in you, not relying on my own strength, nor following my limited understanding. When I cannot see the road ahead, teach me to trust in your wisdom. When my heart is anxious about tomorrow, remind me that your timing is always perfect. Lord, this world holds so many distractions that can easily lead me astray. Please grant me heavenly wisdom, so that I may discern right from wrong, turn away from what does not belong to you, and choose to follow your guidance each day. Lord, help me recognize that time is a precious gift from you. Do not let me waste it on things that are fleeting, but guide me to use my time for what has eternal value. Teach me to prioritize seeking you daily. Lord, help me not to hesitate or delay when you call me into your plan. Remove from my heart all fear and doubt, and grant me the courage to walk in obedience. Help me trust that you will provide everything I need for this journey. Lord, I thank you for every breath I take, for every blessing you have given me. Help me never forget the one who has provided all that I have. Do not let me live in forgetfulness or ingratitude, but teach me to always recognize your kindness in every circumstance. Lord, if I have drifted away from you, if my heart has grown cold, please draw me back to you. Forgive me for the times I have been negligent, for the moments I have placed other things above you. Renew my spirit and place within me a heart that longs for you more than ever before. Lord, lead me in the path of light, that I may not stray from your will. Remove all darkness from me, and help me live a life that reflects your light in every word, action, and thought. Loving Lord, I bow before you with a repentant heart. Please forgive me for the times when pride has blinded me, when I thought I could walk on my own without you. Forgive me for the moments I strayed from your will, following my own path instead of seeking your guidance. Lord, I recognize that without you I can do nothing. I need you in every breath, in every step I take. Please remove from my heart all self-sufficiency and every illusion that I am in control of my life. Fill me with humility and obedience so that I may always put you first. Please lead me back to the straight path. Renew my spirit so that I may walk in your light and truth. Do not let me remain lost in the fleeting things of this world, but draw me closer to you each day. I thank you, Lord, for your unchanging love, for your mercy and unconditional forgiveness. Teach me to live in humility so that, each day, I may be transformed and become more like you. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you love the Lord, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss meaningful and life-giving messages from Him. Together, we will grow in faith and live a life fully immersed in His love. Amen.